Good morning. So how many of you have ever heard of the saying, everything happens for a reason?
Yes.
Pretty common, right?
Yes.
We hear that a lot in society, in our lives, right? But where do you think it kind of came from? Why do we say that? Anyone have any idea? Everyone's quiet. So, some people probably say, some man probably just started saying, everything happened for a reason. No, it happens for a reason. But probably it goes back to the Bible. Remember, God has a plan for all of our lives. There's a reason why things happen. And so if God probably would say it this way in the Bible, all things work together for good to those who love God. Or another way you could say is, for those who love God, everything happens for a good reason. Right? Remember, God has our plan. And we kind of see that in today's scripture with Naomi and Ruth and Boaz. Right? So Naomi, if you read through the book of Ruth, she had a lot of things, if you looked at them just individually, that really, you would think, oh gosh, poor lady. She had some hard times. She lost her husband, and then lost her 2 sons. And then she had 2 daughter-in-laws. And she kind of even encouraged them, saying, hey, you're still young, go off and, meet a nice guy, get married, have family. But there was the one daughter-in-law who stayed with her through all the times. And that was Ruth. So Ruth always stuck by her side and said, no, I will always be here with you. And she followed her, and they went to Bethlehem. But Naomi always kept her faith and trust in God. But Ruth was actually from a different culture, a different clan or group of people back in the days. And she really wasn't, at the beginning, wasn't really a believer in God. But through her relationship with Naomi, Ruth became a dedicated believer in God and actually became a very important part of God's ultimate plan that ultimately led to the birth of Jesus. So Ruth is an ancestor, many, many kind of generations removed, that led to the birth of Jesus. So this is part of God's ultimate plan in getting them through. So it's kind of like, how many of you like to bake? You like to make cookies? Different stuff? Good, a lot of you. Yeah, I do too. And so if you think about putting things together, you got what do you need to make a cake or cookies? Okay? What's right there?
Flour.
Yeah, flour.
Eggs.
Eggs? Good. Sugar? Yeah, so there's some good ways. But individually, how do they taste? Besides sugar, don't answer sugar, because you guys all love sugar any way, shape, or form. I get that. But if you just taste flour, is that good? How about if you just ate the raw egg? Trust me, I did that when I was younger. When I was in high school, I was trying to gain a little muscle. And I ate raw eggs. It's because it's supposed to be good protein, and it's nasty. So don't do it, okay? So if you take those ingredients individually, they're not so good. But just like the baker has a plan, he knows he needs some of this, some of that, some of this, and he mixes them all together and you get a delicious food, whatever it is, cookies, cake, whatever, right? Just like a chef. Collectively, together, they come together beautifully and it tastes delicious. Same with God's plan. For Naomi, if you looked at all the individual things that happened, you thought, oh, poor lady, she probably has no faith in God and she is probably just, horrible mindset and isn't a very strong lady. But she always kept her faith and trust in God and was a very strong, devout follower of God. And God ultimately, in the end, blessed her. He put all the ingredients together for her over her life that made her a very strong person, and she was rewarded with a great life. And when Ruth gave birth to their son, Naomi was so excited because now she had this other person in her life. And what we get through children, through all of you, is if we all just got married as an adult and no one ever had kids, the kingdom of God wouldn't be here on earth. This is why through kids we expand and we help educate you guys and we teach you the followings of God so we can all spread the kingdom of God on earth and spread the love and the gospel, right? You guys are great. And we get to have fun. I get to live a second childhood of being a little boy again by doing a lot of fun stuff with kids. So, remember, through the ups and downs, God has a plan for us, and at the end, we will all be rewarded. Things will be great. We will be blessed with many great things and eternal life with our Lord in heaven. All right? So, we're turning.